Hey everybody, thanks for coming in today. We got Parker in the office. Parker is here for an adjustment. Now Parker's story is kind of curious. He hurt his low back.
I did.
Pretty significantly.
I did.
Doing a high intensity interval training workout, trying to get fit and lose the weight and stay happy and get your endorphins going, and boom, blew your low back out.
Right.
Yeah. So he came to us and he was pretty focally acute. It was fairly recent that had happened.
Right. Yeah. A couple days before.
A couple days before. Yeah. I mean, like,
yeah.
Couldn't hardly nothing. And so there's a history of some episodic occurrences of low back pain in the past. We went ahead and did a radiographic examination, and what we found is behind Celia on the camera over there. And when we did a lumbopelvic study, we saw that he had absolutely no lumbar curve. When you look at the low back from the side, of course, this would be his butt, and that's his belly, that's the tailbone. There's supposed to be a curve in there called the lumbar lordosis. And his was completely absent. Now, that sometimes happens in an acute situation from muscular spasm, and we would call that an antalgic change. What we also see on this x-ray is that he's got degenerative discs happening at L4, L5, and also at L5S1. So there's two discs that are showing signs of degenerative change, and he's only 37 years old. This is why it's important to take x-rays, so that you can have kind of an understanding of where you are and what you need to do and what the prognosis is going to be, what your treatment plan is. And we adjusted him a few times, and boom, better. Yep. Total improvement.
Yep.
And so we went ahead today and did a second radiographic study to see if this is an actual real-time presentation of how he is. He's got no curve, or if it was just because of the injury that he'd suffered. And what we got today is a return to a normal-ish lordosis. So there's the curve that wasn't present in that first study. So this was good for us clinically, because what it meant was we don't have to try and work with him doing home care to reform that lumbar curve. But what we do see, of course, is that we still have those two discs that are bad. So this just represents a long history of vertebral subluxation and the degenerative change that happens. And so what does he need to do? Well, hell, he's here doing it, which is to get on a table and get the work that we do and get some chiropractic. So without further ado, Parker, please let me adjust.
All right.
Get on down there, face down. And you're doing great. You're feeling good. And,
oh, great.
Okay,
yeah.
But maybe some modifications to the high intensity idea, right?
Yeah, stay away from
doing that hardcore, hyperballistic, high intensity stuff, which is great for healthy bodies sometimes, although it's also good for chiropractors because, well, it creates injuries. The HIIT workouts do. So maybe a little bit less ballistic, more cardio. Tried to talk you into getting on a bicycle.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Convert to a cyclist, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll have a whole new addiction that you can pour yourself into. Of course, when we get down here to L4, L5, L5S1, we can still feel really nodules of all that scar tissue. So we've got some trigger points that are really just at scar tissue from chronic inflammation and the degenerative change down there. And those might, resolve a little bit over time as we address the underlying causes that created them. But really, we just want to make sure that you feel good and don't have any symptoms, that you got a high quality of life and no functional reductions. And hell, I'm just barely pushing on you and stuff's already starting to go, right? Feel how it's a little bit stuck right there? Yeah, that left sacroiliac joint's just a wee bit on the tight side. I'm going to use the Theraguns on you first, Parker. Loosen you up a little bit. If we were talking in a colloquial sense, we could call these meat tenderizers.
So great.
And since this is a clinical environment and I am the studious doctor, we'll call them myofascial guns, addressing the myofascial component of these pathologies we're dealing with. For those of you that know, what we're doing is stimulating the Golgi tendon apparatus reflex, forcing the muscles to relax from this rapid repetitive oscillation. Golgi tendon apparatus, get on your Google and look it up. Golgi tendon apparatus. could go spend $90 for an hour massage and give the girl a tip and have the same thing happen, but well, there's an hour out of your day. Or you could just use these. Not that I in any way discourage myofascial work or good massage therapy work. It's just, it's costly and time consuming. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use another instrument on you just to put some more oscillation in these joints.
Okay.
This is called an arthrostim. It's an adjusting instrument, but it really helps just get global range of motion back in the set joints of the lumbar vertebra, the thoracic vertebra. You probably wouldn't have been able to tolerate this when you first came in. You were
Oh, no, I would
so painful and acute.
Even the idea of getting off this table
Yeah, just
would have been too much, yeah.
moving around was a challenge. I was happy to see you get through that so quickly. Okay. Right here. God. Okay, take a deep breath in for me. Hold it. Oh. One more time. Okay. I know, right? Okay. I want you to turn on your side. Face me. Left side's going to be up, right side's down. Scoot down. There you go. Just like that. Keep that bottom leg straight for me. Come forward a little bit. Nice. I like it. Turn to the other side. This one. Slide a little bit closer to the edge. Wow. There it went. Right, job done. All right. Nice. Woo. Right, flat on your back. Face up. Okay, and just relax the ankle. Go ahead and stay down there. I'm going to come underneath you here. Drape that over my shoulder. If you need to, you can scoot up on the table just a little bit. Good. Bend this leg for me. All right. Bend right. All right. Right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Yep, there's that right-handedness. Turn your head that way just a little bit. That was just a little bit. Only because I had an espresso. And I wouldn't want to have you suffer with me with my espresso breath. Oh. Okay, stay right there. Parker, what a cool name,
Thank you.
right?
Almost as cool as yours.
I know, right? Hated it as a kid.
Oh, that's a cool
Came to
name,
appreciate
man.
it as you
Yeah.
grow up. You know, lift your head up for me. Drop your head down. That's good. Just drop down. And then just relax it. Drop your head back. Good. There we go. Lift. Perfect. Okay, just bend. Nice. Grab my hand. Come up. Spin that way. Just sit right there and let me take a feel. Super happy to see that that curve is normalized.
Yeah.
Now let's just keep it that way.
Yeah, let's do.
Right? Let's set the intention that in 10, 15, 20 years, spine looks better.
Okay. I'm
Or
with
the
that.
same.
I'm with that.
Right? We want you to be 70, 80 years old, feeling good.
Sounds good to me.
A little different in that elbow. Good. And then relax it. Let the scalp feel come back to you. Good. And then this side. Job done.
All right.
Thanks,
You know, I want to just say thank you to you. You know, the day that I came in, I cried in my car before I came in here. I've never felt just like so helpless, you know, and it was right before Christmas. I just really appreciate you getting me in and taking care of me and, you know,
Yeah.
getting me back up to health. So
Sure,
thank
man.
you.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate the sentiment. I
Yeah.
like it. Thanks, everybody. Boom.